Hello and welcome to day 8 of 90 days to change. Now, as we move towards a new year or maybe a new season in our lives, I want you to be really successful in achieving your goals and creating some sort of positive shift in your life or just living a life that you truly love. So, I want to share a simple success formula with you today. But before we begin, I want you to understand that there is no perfect formula or recipe, or there's no one particular path that can lead you to success or to just anything that you want to pursue in this world. There are multitude of ways in which you can reach from point A to point B in your life, whatever that looks like for you. And all the information that we seek, that we consume, is mostly relative. So with that disclaimer out of our way, let me share what works for me and what's something that world's most successful people would vouch for. So the formula for success is not some linear path or a sequence of steps that you can follow. It's not some cool strategy or a one-size-fits-all scheme. It's actually just a circular loop, a constant loop of awareness, intention, and action. So let me break this down for you. Awareness is simply having the knowledge of who you are, what do you want to pursue, what do you want to create, what your environment is like, what are the lessons you learned in the past, what did you learn from your mistakes or disappointments or failures. It's knowing what your passions are, what lights you up, and the resources that you have, the skills that you have, what are your talents, what are your gifts. And it could be just anything and everything that's related to you reaching a certain goal, or anything that can help you move forward towards your goal, or anything that can help you create a life that you actually love, the life that you actually want. And then you take all of that awareness, that information, to set intention. And when I say set intention, that means when you make the decision, when you make the choice to take certain action to reach a certain goal or to achieve a certain thing in your life. It could be small, it could be big, it could be personal, it could be professional, it could be about your living situation, family, relationships, it could be just anything. But setting intentions is not just wanting something or aspiring for something, okay? It's about you planning and strategizing like what action to take, okay? That's what I mean by intention in a more practical sense. And with all of that awareness and intention, you start to take massive action. That is when you start putting in the work. That is when you start putting in the reps. You do the actual work and get the results that you want. And this is basically how we humans are designed to navigate our lives. So this is not something new, but this is something that most of us are not really conscious of, and that is why I wanted to talk about this today. So when it comes to achieving a particular goal or creating a particular change in our lives, most of us just want to take action, or at least that's the idea that we have been sold on for like ages. Like, you want to do this, you want to achieve this, take action. And it is correct to a great extent, but taking action is one piece of the puzzle, and I'll explain that in just a second. So some of us just want to rush into taking action, do something, make something happen fast and like that, right? And some of us get stuck in the dreaming state, where we are just stuck in our mind. We are wanting certain things, we are aspiring for certain things, and to a certain degree that's right, that's okay, because if you don't aspire for something, if you don't dream of something, how are you like going to move forward, okay? But the point is, most of us get stuck between these two states, where we just want to take action, and we just want to be in that go state, or we are just dreaming and wanting, and we are just in our heads, we are just stuck in a constant loop of analysis paralysis, and we are not really taking the action, or we are taking action but we don't know, or we don't pay attention where we need to pivot, where we need to change, and all of those things. So a big component, a big piece of the success formula is building awareness, okay? And by building awareness, what I mean is you need internal awareness and you need external awareness. So the information that you need from the outside about your environment, about certain skills, about how to do certain things, that's actually pretty easy to like have that sort of awareness, especially in this day and age. You can just open YouTube, you can just Google like whatever, you can pay for certain courses or coaches or whatnot. So it's very easy to get that external awareness or knowledge or information, but the missing part here is awareness on an internal level, on a personal level, or I should say like self-awareness, awareness about yourself, awareness about your different layers, awareness about your mental emotional state, awareness about your own patterns, your own behaviors, awareness about how you do certain things, about what you like to do, or how you can do certain things best, and all of those things. And it could be so many things for each one of us. It may look completely different, but that's what I want to bring to your attention today. And I don't want to give you another theory and the formula or tip when it comes to success or whatever, because I believe in practical implementation of what I teach and what I learn myself. Okay, and that's what this 90 days challenge, this 90 days journey is all about. So for today's exercise and today's challenge, all I want you to do is to go back and watch all the 7 videos if you haven't already. If you have missed maybe a few videos, just go back and watch all of them. And in all of the 7 videos, I have asked you certain questions, I have asked you to think about certain things, and I've asked you to write down your thoughts. So make sure you have all of them in one place. And if you have already watched the videos, if you have already done the exercises, all you need to do is to go through everything that you have written. This is the awareness part of our success formula. And as we move ahead this week and the next 7 days and next 7 to 14 days, we will be setting intentions, we will be setting goals, we will be thinking about how to take action and planning and strategizing and all of that stuff. But to make sure that we are making the right choices, we are making the right decisions, to make sure that we are setting the goals that are feasible and all of that stuff, we need to have a certain degree of self-awareness. When you have the right awareness, you will know what intentions to set, and it will help you take the right action. And once we start taking action, we will have to go back to make time for building awareness once again based off the actions that we have taken. So we will be talking a lot about that as we move towards this 90 days journey. So all you need to do is to review, go through all of the things that you have written from day 1 to day 7. And the second thing that you need to do is pretty simple. I'm going to link some positive affirmations in the description box. So what you need to do is, before going to bed, speak those affirmations to yourself out loud, or maybe in your mind, but out loud if you can, at least twice. And if you don't know what affirmations are, if you are skeptical about affirmations, let me just tell you that affirmations are nothing but a mental reinforcement of positive thoughts, because knowingly or unknowingly we have consumed a lot of negative information, a lot of negative dialogues about ourselves, a lot of negative narratives about ourselves and like that, and we continue to do so in our day-to-day life and we're not really aware of it. So for you to make changes, for you to do things that probably you haven't done before, you need a lot of positivity in your head. So I will leave the affirmation in the description box. You can just take a screenshot or whatever and make sure you do it. So if you're watching me like for the first time, I want to quickly share that this is a 90 days challenge, a 90 days journey to change that we are doing here on my channel. So make sure you check the playlist and you watch all the videos, and if you have any doubts, any questions, you can drop it in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. And the reason we are doing this for 90 days is because 90 days or 3 months is like the minimum amount of time that you would need to create some sort of tangible change or to achieve some sort of goal or maybe reach a significant milestone or something like that. So I hope to see you tomorrow for day 9. Bye bye.